Hello, everyone. My name is Sammy Bailey,
And I'm Xander Peterson.
and this is our Eli project, Neighborhood Naturalists Bringing the Classroom Outside. Our advisor was Erica Zolette, and our mentor was Devin Azam.
So, we identified the problem in our community that kids need more time outside. And this was brought to our attention by the author Richard Louv, who in 2005 put a name to this disconnect between children and nature, and he called it a nature deficit disorder. This is not some disorder that you can diagnose in any psychological terms, but it does help us give words to this disconnect between kids and nature caused by urbanization and increasingly less access to natural environments. It's also caused by increasing media consumption and also like parental fears such as, ooh, spiders. So we really wanted to create a space for kids to explore and play in their natural way, just learning outside.
We were also both lucky enough to take the Environmental Studies 191 course, Kids in Nature Practicum with Kimiko Russell Halterman, where we got to work with kids near our campus and really have them explore outdoor areas around them. And in that class, we learned a lot about the nature gap, which refers to large disparities in access to outdoor spaces on the base of race, ethnicity, socioeconomic class, ability, and gender. And this gap has large implications on people being ignored in outdoor spaces, which affects physical and mental health, just like nature deficit disorder in children. So, what we really wanted to focus on for our project was the idea that nature education is environmental justice.
Our theory of change is that children need outdoor experiential learning environments that foster curiosity and connection in an everyday attainable way.
So, by walking to parks nearby their campuses, students can experience place-based environmental education and gain a better connection to their local environment.
Through direct engagement with nature, both educationally and recreationally, students are better equipped to both regulate their mental health and deal with life challenges.
And as they grow up, children will continue to appreciate nature every day and have a lifelong commitment to environmental conservation. Our theory of change led us to our mountaintop goal of implementing outdoor education programs in all public schools across the nation. But obviously, we know this isn't fully attainable for us, so instead we created our SMART goal.
Which is specific nature walks with fourth grade students, measurable 9 schools, 18 classrooms in total, attainable within the Goleta Unified School District. The reason is through nature connection and inspiration through outdoor learning, and the timeline happening during our spring quarter.
So we created our Eli Project Neighborhood Naturalists, which is walking excursions within 15 minutes of campuses for fourth grade students in 3 schools in the Galena Unified School District to have that fostered sense of nature discovery. We worked with El Camino Elementary School, Kellogg School, and Brandon Elementary School to reach a total of 141 fourth graders that we taught in the outdoors.
Our first walk was with Brandon Elementary, which was just to the park right across the street from their school, on April 23rd. Our second walk was with Kellogg Elementary, which was a little bit longer of a walk through the neighborhood to the Unif Circle open space in San Jose Creek on April 29th. And our third walk is with El Camino Elementary, again through the neighborhood, about a 10-minute walk to Lassen open space.
We were lucky enough to receive funding from IRCA, which allowed us to give each student their own personal nature journal to write in throughout the day, as well as magnifying glasses, compasses, binoculars, birding guides, and then coloring utensils. During our lesson plans, we had the students split up into 3 different stations, and we spent 15 minutes in each one, the first station being plants, the second station being birdings, and the third station being play. Station 1 was the plants, where the students did leaf rubbing with crayons, which you can see in the top corner. And we also did observations of the leaf's vascular systems with the magnifying glasses to connect to photosynthesis, which the students were learning about in their classrooms. We also did observations of flowers with the magnifying glasses to connect to pollination and did some flower coloring as well.
Our second station was with birds. The first activity we did was a sort of sonogram where we drew out what the bird call sounded like in our journals. So the pitch, the tone, and the timing of it. And it ended up sort of looking like heart monitors on some of the students' work. We also did an activity where we used the Merlin Bird app to bridge technology with nature connection. And the Merlin app identifies what birds it hears in the trees around you. And then I was using that bird identification to give hints to the students who all had bird guides, and we played a scavenger hunt for the birds with using those guides. We also did a blind bird activity where one blind bird in the middle was um, given many calls from our bird peers around us, and we all got to practice our bird calling together, which was a lot of fun and it was really chaotic.
And in the PlayStation, the students started with a sound map where they closed their eyes and used their listening sense to observe what they could hear around them. After that, the students played a game of Compass I Spy, where they pointed out different things using the directions of the compasses provided by the Urca grant.
So throughout this whole Eli experience, we learned some pretty major lessons, probably better lessons than what we taught our fourth grade teachers, or our fourth grade students. The first one being that communication is everything. We, but Sammy and I both stepped far outside of our comfort zones in order to communicate about our project to other people, to the fourth grade teachers, with our mentors, with our peers. There's so many opportunities for communication and opportunities to practice our communication skills throughout this project.
We also learned that we have to actively adapt to the situations we were put in, whether it would be not finding a specific open space or having a lack of volunteers or having kids go off and do whatever they wanted. We kind of learned to stick to that skeletal bone structure of our lesson plan and just follow what the kids would want to do.
Time management is always a lesson that we are always learning. And that just really means that we are there on time and prepared for our lessons and for our meetings, and that um, we are ready to show up with enthusiasm.
Which is our third lesson, which is our fourth lesson, which is that we need to be enthusiastic. Students really feed off the energy that you have. They can tell if you're nervous, they can tell if you don't really know what's going on. So just being confident and being excited about what we were teaching them really helped us throughout our entire year of teaching.
So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much to Erica and Devin, our mentors. Thank you to the fourth grade teachers and their students, and to our volunteers and Sprout Up organization that helped us put this all together. And thank you to listening to our presentation today.
Thank you so much.
Bye.